We look at question number 4. Look at question number 4, and this is a combination of a little bit of data handling and finance. All right. Question number 4. The fundraising committee of St. Mark's Anglican Church is planning a braai. At the braai, plates of food will be sold in order to raise funds for a new generator. Each plate of food will be sold for 35 rands. Each plate of food will be sold for 35 rands. Now, each plate of food will consist of one chop, one boerewors, salad and relish. Then we have a paper plate. Yeah, that's a plate that you need to buy. Try to put the food on, and then the bread roll, no charge. It's upon side. Okay. They bought 16.7 kg of chops and 13 kg of volvos at a local butcher, enough for 200 plates of food. Enough for 200 plates of food. Then the normal price per kg of the meat products bought are given in table 7 below. The table 7 normal prices of the meat products per kg. Meat products are chops and the boerewors. This is per kg. All right. The fundraising committee negotiated a discount of 15% with the butcher on the total purchase made. So calculate the total amount for fundraising that paid for the meat products at the local butcher. Remember, we are looking at calculate the total amount the committee paid for the meat. So this has to come in your head because as they were paying, they had a discount of 15. Okay, let's go back and we see what we need to look at. So from the scenario, we see that they have bought 16.7 kg of chops. So we shall say 4.14. We shall say 16.7 times 149.95, which is 16, which is 400. So here we have 2,504 rands, 17 cents. This is for chops. Then we go to the volves. We say it's 13 kg times 99. So 13 times 99, which is 1,299.87 cents. So what do? Add these values. We are going to add. So 2,504 rands, 17 cents plus 1,999.87 cents. Wonderful. They were supposed to pay this much. They were supposed to pay this much. So what do? We need to include the discount. Now the price here is at 100%. If it gets a discount of 15%, how much are you going to pay? You're going to pay 85%. So we shall say 3,800 for rand for cents times 0.85. Where does it come from? It comes from this. So we are reducing. So 3,804.04 times 0.85. So the money they paid is 3,233 and it's 43 cents. That's how much they paid. That's how much they paid. All right. 4.1.2. The cost of the salad and Irish pepper plate and the charcoal is additional, which is 850. Calculate the cost price of only one plate. The cost price, calculate the cost price of only one plate. So now we need to know. Up they have paid 3,000. For the meat, they have paid 3,343 cents. Come, add on this much. All right. When we add on that, we get the answers 4,083 cents. Sorry, 83 rands, 43 cents. Together. But now the cost for the plate. How are we going to get the cost for the plate? Now, because now the cost per plate is going to be to depend on the number of plates. Remember, they want to produce 200 plates. And they're saying these chops and burgers at the local butcher enough for 200 plates. So what is the cost? So if they've spent this much, if they spent this much to produce 200, how much did they spend on each plate? So we divide this by, so they have spent 20 rand and 42 cents. 20 rand and 42 cents. 20 rand the profit made from selling 200 plates for the food was not sufficient. The fundraising committee still had a shortfall of 2,850 to buy the new generator. They decided to continue selling more plates of food to meet this shortfall. Determine, rounded off to the nearest 10, the total number of plates of food they had to sell in order to buy a new generator. Now, a shortfall of this is missing. So how many plates are we going to sell? So if this is what we need, we shall divide by, and remember, this is a shortfall. Now, that means this is the profit made. That means they have already sold and they've removed this much money. Okay, how much profit do they? So we are going to say how many plates that we need to get more, because remember we are using profit. So we shall say the much money that we are missing divided by profit per plate. Profit per plate. So it's 2,850 divided by 35 minus. So we are looking at the profit. It's the profit that has to be produced there. Divided by 35 minus 20. They have to sell 100. Which is approximately the 6. But they said round up to the nearest 10, so which is another 200. This is when we look at profit. This is when we look at the profit. But if you've used the other method whereby you say, I need this much money, I divide it by the selling price of each, I'll end up having 8 This is when you look at income without looking at profit itself. So we need 81 plates. So which is approximately 80 plates. This is when you look at income only without looking at profit. But if you to look at profit to make this much money, that means they will still sell approximately 200 plates. There are two methods here. If you only want income, like you sell, you get the money without you considering profit, you will use this method here. But if you're considering profit, you want this money to come from profit. That means you need to divide by profit for each plate. In this question here, we shall use profit because the question says the profit made from selling 200 profit. So you need to look for how much is profit for each plate. Profit made on one plate, remember the selling price. They subtract the cost price because each plate is sold at. So we come up here, is it sold at 35 rands. But we found out the cost for each plate is 20.42. So how much profit do they make? So this is what we are looking at. So they make a profit of 14 rands 58 a plate. We are using profit because the question says the profit made from selling 200 plates of food was not sufficient. It was not enough. The fundraising committee still had a shortfall of 2,850 to buy the new generator. So if you were to find out how many more plates should they sell to get this much, so we are supposed to get the money they are fundraising, they are looking for, divided by the profit. And we ended up having the answer as 195, but they have told us to the nearest, round off to the nearest 10. The nearest 10 is this 90 here. So 90 plus 110, 10, 1 plus. So we end up having approximately 200 plates. Okay, we look at question number 4.2. The fundraising committee wanted to design a poster targeted at a specific age group. They studied the estimated population distribution as percentage per age group for the different race groups in South Africa. The estimated total number of South Africans 15 years and older is 43,378,959. The next year B shows the graph of the estimated population distribution as a percentage per age group for the different race groups in South Africa. Okay, we look at the annexure. This is the annexure. Now we have 15 to 19. Here we are. Then we have 20 to 24, 25 to 34, 35 to 44, 45. All right, there we go. The lines, each line represents a race. As you see down here, each line represents a race. Okay, we go on and we see the questions. Write down the probability as a percentage of randomly selecting a white person from the white population in 65 years plus age group, a white person. So all we first do is to come here, which line is representing white, the dotted one. So you come to 65, you find out it's this one here. Where do they fall? Around 15%. So here we shall say 15% probability. It is given that the total number of people in the 55 to 65 age group is 4,052,572. Give rounded off to 3 decimal places the probability of randomly selecting a person who is 55 years, 55 to age group from the total number of South Africans, 15 years. And so we remember we already, so this is a sample. So we shall take this. Divided by the 43 million that you saw on top there, as we are reading the question, divided by this number here. Divide by that number. So 43,378,900. They said as percentage. So we multiply by 100 as a percentage. So we do that. They say to 3 decimal places. Is it true? Oh, not as a percentage. It's given that number, okay? Round off to 3 decimal. No, it's not a percentage. So we don't need to multiply by 100. They said it's not a percentage. We don't need to multiply by 100 as a decimal. 3 decimal places. And here we have the answer as 0.093. 0.093. This is the 52,572. This number here over this is the total number. That's how we got the answer. Identify which age group the fundraising committee should target for this fundraising venture. Give a reason for your answer. Number 1, because we're fundraising, we need the more number the more we get. So I believe we shall take the one with the highest, which is 25 to 34. 25 to 34, because it's the highest. So we shall say has the greater or the greatest or the highest value of members. All right, this marks the end of question number 4.